Hare Krishna. When Vyasadeva he sees living entity, sorry, Krishna and Maya, both he sees, and there it is explained that how could why did he see Maya also? Generally, when we see Krishna, we cannot see Maya, but Vyasadeva saw because he wanted to see how the living entities are suffering. So Krishna showed him Maya also. Now, if living entity is powerful, how Maya is able to affect him? So, two reasons are given because living entity is superior energy and Maya is inferior. So, one reason is given is that the energy is so huge and it falls on the living entity, we get covered. So, that is the one reason that is given, that the energy is too big and we are too small. Even though we are superior, we get controlled. Another example is given of the cloud and sun. Even though sun evaporates the water and forms the clouds, still the clouds can cover the sun. Even the sun is far superior than the clouds, but the clouds cover the sun. So similarly, when the Maya is inferior, but living entity is covered. So our situation is like that. We are so much covered by Maya, and we don't have option only. And that is the reason we have to hear very attentively. And that is the only hope. When we hear, then there is every chance that we can come out of that suffering. Otherwise, we are caught up with this huge energy. And one important thing is that uh, uh, these are the key factors. When we hear about Krishna, Krishna becomes very pleased because we made Krishna happy. That is the reason we experience that bliss. So anything we make Krishna, anytime we make Krishna happy, we become happy. So that is the formula. So to make ourselves happy is to make Krishna happy. And what happens is when we make Krishna happy, our heart gets cleansed because we made Krishna happy. Our heart is cleansed, and then we uh, we become we also experience when a heart is clean, that is the way to become happy. So we made Krishna happy, our heart became cleansed, and we are happy. So that is the formula that is given. And we'll see Lord Shiva, he's explaining the same thing. He's trying to glorify the Lord. First, he explained how Sankarsana, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, and Vasudeva, why there are expansions. So we say, okay, one Lord is there. Why to complicate so many things? Why so many forms and so many explanations? Because that's how the creation is made. We have to very clearly understand. It's very logical and scientific. Of course, it's something beyond logic also, but we have to understand that these four forms are there according to the different functions. So we have seen that functions also. He glorified them. So this is one of the places where it is nicely explained why Lord expands, why four quadruple expansions. Because people say no, there is Trinity in Christianity and in the religion. So there are three gods. No, we have four. We have quadruple expansions because they are functioning. One is for the mind, one is for the buddhi, one is for the ego, one is for the all the ingredients, and the connection is also very clearly established. One is for the ingredient cause, and then there is how the functioning happens is because you have to create and annihilate and then maintain, and so all these functions are very clearly described. Then Lord Shiva, he glorifies the Virat Rupa. So we see that any personality who is offering prayers in Bhagavatam, Shrutena Arthena Chanjasa. So Bhagavatam not just a book of stories. It is story, it is philosophy and prayers. And most important is prayers because that gives the realization. And when we offer, so he was chanting some mantras which are directly, so much pleasing for the devotees. So Lord Shiva is giving such nice, profound instructions to be followed. And so he says, "My dear Lord, the king in charge of the heavenly kingdom." While Shiva is praying to the Supreme Lord. My dear Lord, those who desire to purify their existence must always engage in meditation upon your lotus feet. As described above, those who are serious about executing their occupational duty and want to free from fear must take to the process of Bhakti Yoga. So, this is if I am fearful, then the solution is Bhakti only. So, more and more I please Krishna to the degree I please Krishna today. Whatever little bit we try, every day we are consciously trying to please Krishna at some part of our day. And then slowly that time increases, and one day 24 by 7 will please Krishna. So that should be the target. It starts with maybe few minutes in a day we are pleasing. Pleasing in the sense, oh Prabhuji, I am doing all devotionals. Consciously pleasing. Like I am taking prasadam. I am conscious. Okay, Krishna, this is for your pleasure. I am honoring your remnants. Even when prasadam also we take consciously, knowing that I am doing it as a service to Krishna. Krishna will be very happy. So immediately it purifies. So similarly, everything is like that. Any activity which we do very consciously, it has a effect on our. It has effect. So and actually, this uh, just in the morning, I got news. My cousin he left his body. I was thinking I'll cancel the class and go. And then I thought, okay, let me glorify Krishna and I will pray to Krishna that because all other things, na, people when they are doing other activities, the purpose for them is what I will get. Oh, now I have office today. If I go there, I'll miss my office. I have to take permission. And even though they are here, not everybody is coming and doing anything. I was thinking I should go and at least meet. Actually, he was in ICU. I was wanted to go from last 2 3 days, but they did not allow to go. So I was feeling bad for him. And now today morning I heard the news he left his body. I was thinking I missed. Actually, few years back, many years back, when I joined Krishna Conscious, when his mother died, I went to meet him that time. I said, okay, you should also take to Krishna Conscious. He said that time maybe he must be in 40s, I think. He said, no, Krishna, he did not give me when I was very young. It is very late. Now I am very upset with him. I will not take to Krishna consciousness. And he did not take. I thought at least before he dies, I will talk to him. But it became too late. Sometimes we don't know actually. We should not delay. But there was no option also. Maybe I could have tried some more seriously. Now I am feeling bad for it. But anyway, it happened. I was praying for him. That was there. I was praying regularly for him. But meeting personally would have meant different effect. But time goes very fast. Just within 1 month, everything finished for him. We don't know. So better to please Krishna as much as possible. Try to do as much service as possible to Krishna. It does not matter the quantity. Quality matters. So we should do quality service to Krishna as much as possible and perfect our life because everything that is lost for there is no loss only in this material world because whole material world is going to go, so we should not be bothered about what is going to come and go. What comes with us is our consciousness, how much we have developed it, how much we have controlled our mind, how much we are able to fix our mind at the lotus feet of Krishna and service. So there are so many. Some people are very fortunate. They are very simple. For them, it is so easy to keep mind at the lotus feet of Krishna. But some people who are very, they have intellectual minds, and and there is distraction because of other things and sense gratification. It's very tough. So I see some Matajis whole day they are absorbed in service because their simplicity is there. So they are serving the Vaishnavas and all. I feel very, they are very fortunate, even though they may not understand so much logic and Shastra, but it helps. Anyway, I was thinking I should cancel the class, and I thought, no, I'll glorify Krishna and I'll pray for him. But I was thinking people are not even interested. I don't know. Very unfortunate situation is his son is in US. He's there from 13 years, and now he don't want to come. We from 1 month his father is in ICU and he is dying. We told he is going to leave his body. He said I cannot come. Maybe he's staying illegally or something. I was feeling so bad. Your father is dying and you are still worried about your career. He thought. And from 13 years, he didn't come home only to India. And such a, I cannot tell so many other things also because it is in our own family. But still, I was feeling so bad. Why? What is the purpose of your living only? What is the purpose of your earning and living? For whom you are doing? For what you are doing? There's no responsibility. I was talking to my cousin sister, and I was telling, you are not training your children properly. You are training your children, life is for enjoyment, work hard and enjoy. And this is what will happen. You have to train your children, life is responsibility. In responsibility, you experience happiness. In service, you experience happiness. If you didn't train, this is what is going to happen. She was actually telling, she was feeling so disgusted. He has two children, my cousin, brother. So both of them, they both, she was telling, I was thinking my brother would have not have any children. Why to have children only? They're so bad. She was telling better not to have children only. And it's not that not have children. We should train them nicely and don't expect anything. So then something may change. But it was very sad state. Of course, not all children are like that, but it is happening now. It is becoming more and more common now that children are behaving like this. They don't understand only. Maybe the environment and all. Some are very responsible. I actually seen also like in another family where I give class, one person he attends, he is completely in a very bad state. He's almost like crippled and he cannot speak and all. Both the sons they take care because whole day and night they have to take him to the washrooms and all. Both the sons they are so good, and they took a place separately. They're staying with the father separately and taking him to the hospital regularly. Morning one son takes responsibility, evening other son. They're so good boys. Unfortunately they don't believe in God, but when it comes to the moral standards and all, they're very good standard. Even I cannot do the way they are doing. I felt. So there are some good children also, but I was feeling about these fellows. I never met them, the children. Uh, I never saw them only in my life till now. But he didn't had any good children. That much I can understand. Anyway, but what I want to tell is that reality of this world, the training that is given, that is how we are taking care of the children and all, which makes so much difference. How much people are suffering. Yeah, it depends on one's karma also. That is very much there. But yeah, the karma is very karma is becoming too. uh, Karma is people of Kali Yuga is very bad, and actually the children are getting so much bad karma. Na? Main thing what I felt is my cousin he must be going through so much mental pain now. Physical pain is anyway one part is there because he's in the hospital, but more than the physical pain is the mental pain. What did I do with my life? For whom did I live? For whom did I earn? For whom did I do all these things? Ultimately, nothing came with me. Children didn't come, money didn't come, nothing is there. So why did I live? So parabhavastavad jate yavanna jigyasa atma tattva. Parabhava means you are defeated. So if you are not going for self-realization, ultimately we are all defeated only. So this is the reality of this world. We are all getting defeated. We don't know why we are doing all these things. So if you do little bit for Krishna also, no, heart will become clean, we'll become happy. We'll not have any expectations from anyone. That is the greatest satisfaction from the heart. For the heart to be satisfied, no expectations from anyone. That is a clean heart. Because our heart is impure, we have expectations. We expect everything from everyone and we don't get it. Ultimately, we are unhappy. But we are heart is clean. We don't expect anything, and whatever is coming, we are very grateful to it. And grateful heart is a very happy heart. So we have to clean our heart. That target should be very clear for us. I have to clean my heart by the end of my life. And whatever is needed, we have to do. And what is needed? Very simple thing. Every day, please Krishna a little bit. Whatever you can do in your services to Him, try to please Him. Hearing about Him, it pleases. Chanting about Him pleases Him. And offering little bhoga, even honoring His prasadam pleases. So Krishna is very pleased very easily. Patram pushpam phalam toyam. Krishna is a very simple person. He gets pleased very fast. But only thing is we have to consciously do it. So Lord Shiva is telling that this is the process to perform bhakti yoga. And he says that, my dear Lord, the king in charge of the heavenly kingdom also desirous of obtaining the ultimate goal of life, devotional service. Similarly, you are the ultimate destination of those who identify themselves with you, Aham Brahmasmi. However, it is very difficult for them to attain you, whereas the devotees very easily can attain your lordships. So this we have uh, read it. My dear Lord, your pure devotional service is even difficult for liberated person to discharge, but devotional service alone can satisfy you. So this is the way to satisfy the Lord. Lord will be pleased when we are doing devotional service. Who will take to other process of self-realization if is actually serious about the perfection of life. So it's a question mark. Shiva is asking, Are, what is this foolishness? Lord directly. You can please him. So why are you going for other process? Simply by expansions of his eyebrows, invincible time personified can immediately vanquish the entire universe. However, formidable time does not approach the devotee who take complete shelter at your lotus feet. So यत्र निर्विष्टम् अरण्यं कृतान्तो नाभिमन्यते विश्वं विध्वंसनं वीर्या सूर्य विस्फूर्जित भवा. So this is actually what is told. So there is a question that I could we are living inside this situation, how to overcome? If I know the solution, also could not come out mentally. Yeah, see, we are weak in the mind. That's why we are not able to come out of the problem. Anytime the problem is with our mind only. So the weakness is in the mind. So when we are dealing, we have to deal with our mind. That's all. Problem is not outside. What we think, my mind is creating problem. Nobody can trouble us. Only our mind can trouble. That much, that is what is our freedom. We all living entities have freedom, but mind don't allow that freedom to access. We have to work on our mind. So Viktor Franklin is a very famous psychologist, and he was in Nazi. You might have heard about him. The Nazi concentration camps, and at one particular time, he understood that, oh, why should I feel affected? I am separate from this. and he started feeling that separatedness. He was feeling, okay, I am different and suffering, why should I get affected by this suffering? And he became completely aloof from all the sufferings that is happening, no food, torture and all. And he became so calm and peaceful. Even the German soldiers who were giving torture to them, they used to come to him for counseling. he was he was a prisoner, but they were coming to him to listen to him, and they were feeling, because they are also not feeling very happy doing all these things. So they need counseling. So he gives, actually people, na, they we have this tendency that we start blaming the situations, people. We always have this victim mentality. I am suffering because of this situation, this situation, this situation. But ultimately we have to understand that I had to become aloof from all these things. I had to make my mind so strong that I come out of it. So that is the target. Once we come, then at the time of nishta, then slowly these things effect will reduce, and we have to further grow. But this will be there. I have seen it very high stages also. Mind is really going to trouble. It causes so much problem. The situations will affect. They will bewilder the people. But we have to fight and take shelter of Krishna. So yeah, it is difficult. But that is the time we can take shelter of Krishna more nicely. I have gone through some situation. I liked some of my one of my close friend. He left ashram. It was so painful for 1 week to 10 days. I was chanting 64 rounds. And it was like trying to overcome the pain. So yeah, it happens. So that is how the situation is. There is no option for us. And actually, once we come out of it, come out of the situation, then we feel very happy. We thank Krishna that giving us that situation. We became very strong. There is a question: can we take garlic as a medicine? Yeah, medicine you can take. We don't eat for sense gratification. But if Ayurveda tells, then you can do. That is not a problem. Medicine we can take. So here it is said that I, Lord, if we want to free from effect of time, we have to take shelter of Lord. If by one by chance associate with a devotee, even if for a fraction of moment, he no longer is subjected to attraction by the results of karma and jnana. What interest then can he have in benedictions of the demigods who are subjected to loss of birth and death? So this is the question again he's asking. So time, time also, he, if we are, why we should do any other thing? Better to get, even devotional service is not possible for liberated personalities. So it's such a special thing we are getting. Please Krishna, which is the most important thing we are doing in life, is to please Krishna. And if one by chance gets association of devotees, even for a fraction of moment, so what happens is when a living entity gets a association of devotees, he experiences a sort of that calmness and peace. He can immediately sense it, the living entity, the soul within, and that will have an effect on it. It also starts aspiring to experience the same happiness the other soul is experiencing, and slowly it converts into that. It starts desiring it, and the things will change for it. Like we give there is a story Prabhupada past time I had told also. One boy, he came to New York City. He was from a village. He wanted to see the city, and he was walking the streets. And suddenly, when he was walking, he just started walking, and there was some elderly person. He was also walking with him, and they walked for a few blocks, and then both went apart. They separated, but while walking that few blocks, that elderly person spoke something to him. And this boy didn't understand anything. But he understood that this person is good. And then after that, he started feeling inclination for spiritual life, this, that, yoga, and all. he was thinking, why is it I feel attracted to all these things? And after 1 year or something, and he saw some devotees doing kirtan, and he followed them and he went to temple. And there in the altar he saw the photo and he recognized, Arey, this is the person I met in the street. In the altar, he saw Prabhupada photo. And he was surprised. Just I was thinking why I'm attracted to all these things. And maybe because of this person only, he felt like that. And he started practicing after maybe 5, 6 years. And he became very serious devotee. And one day they said Prabhupada is coming, and he was at the he also went to the airport, and there was a big kirtan and all the devotees, and Prabhupada came, and everybody offered obeisances. He also offered obeisances, and he walked. And when he was and Prabhupada just stopped when where he was offering obeisances, and this boy stood up, and Prabhupada looked at him and said, "Oh, at last you came." And this boy was so much surprised. He said, "How could Swamiji remember also?" Many years back, for a few minutes, I met on the block, but still, Prabhupada could remember and he could change. So this is, that is the Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha Sarva Siddhi Hoy. So we get so much benefit like that. So, uh, yes, Vanmali Pro, you had something? You can unmute yourself, iPhone, Vanmali Pro.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So you're on mute.
Oh, can you hear me, Prabhu?
Yes, bro.
Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
no,
able to hear.
Prabhu. Yeah. Actually, what I feel, Prabhu, is, in this material world, um, basically, we all the focus. We don't have the focus, Prabhu. Focus in sense that we get trapped up in material world, and because we get deviated from the focus from our spiritual focus. And mind is always hankering for happiness. So because of that, when we go into material world and we try to find happiness, but we get disappointed. But when we associate with devotees and learn about Krishna, and that's where we find happiness. So the more we hear, and the more the mind gets happy, the more inclined we get. But the main reason for all, the disturbances that we have is, I think, losing the focus and goal of life. That's what I feel. Probably.
Yeah, that is true. We it is very difficult. Vyavasayatmika buddhi ekeha kurunandana. That vyavasayatmika buddhi is because we are so much conditioned to material pleasure. Suddenly some other things come, immediately we get distracted because of that conditioning. It says, how can this happen in my life? How can they talk like this? How can they behave like this? So immediately our mind takes it because it gets so much juice in such activities. Krishna conscious activity, it will think twice. So that is true actually, because another thing, our happiness is with when we please Krishna, but somehow we are not convinced sometimes. That is whole day. How can I be with Krishna? So let me do something personal. And so many ways we have to beat our mind to bring it back, and sometimes, many times, I fail at least. So yeah, it's true. We lose the focus. Thank you. Thank you. So this is actually law matra sadhana, a fraction of a moment. He no longer is subject to attraction by the results of karma and jnana. That means he got a desire, a seed of pleasing Krishna. So when we see a devotee, we also feel a desire, let me also please Krishna. What interests them can, so then they are not interested in benedictions from the devotees anymore, because they are not even interested in liberation. What to speak of any other things like this. So here Lord Shiva is telling that, my dear Lord, your lotus feet are cause of all auspicious things and the destroyer of all contaminations of sin. I therefore beg your lordships to bless me by the association of your devotees who are completely purified by the worshipping your lotus feet and who are so merciful upon the conditioned souls. I think that your real benediction will be to allow me to associate with such devotees. So we have to take shelter of devotees who have taken shelter of lotus feet of Lord. Prabhupada, who has taken the shelter of the lotus feet of Lord. And Gangara Parasa Hoile Pascharete Pavan Darshane Pavitra Kuro Eto Margu. If by taking bath in Ganges for a long time, we get purified. But when it comes to devotees, they can purify just by their presence only. So that is the thing. And he says devotees whose heart has been completely cleansed by the process of devotional service and who is favored by Bhakti Devi does not become bewildered by the external energy, which is just like dark well. Being completely cleansed of all material contamination in this way, a devotee is able to understand very happily your name, fame, form, activities, etc. So this is actually what happens. So when we will not get affected by dark well of Maya, Graha Andakupam. It is so much bewildering. It is so much distracting. We get so much carried away by certain things which we have, the responsibilities which we have. We forget completely about Krishna. And the responsibilities carry a person till the end of life. And he don't have time for Krishna and self-realization. He will do some religious activities. He will go to temple, perform some puja, give some charity, and try to be dharmic. But when it comes to spirituality, soul, and liberation, he hardly has time because he has so much responsibilities. So after certain age, we should start, if we do responsibilities in the connection to Krishna, then it is easy to get detached. Otherwise, detachment is so tough. That is the problem with many people. Even some people come to know that I have to give it up. They cannot give up. They hear also, they speak also, but they cannot do it because they did not do it in a right way when they are doing itself. It is very important that we act in a proper way, in a Krishna conscious way. Then to become detached is becomes easy. Otherwise, it is very tough. Of course, some are fortunate people. They do all the things at the end of life. They are detached. That's a different case. But many cases they are not detached. If we do our duties properly, mind becomes very good. Then to focus on Krishna is easy. Otherwise, people also get detached. Some people, outside people, that detachment will not lead them to attachment to Krishna. I have seen some people, they are no more interested in their family and other things. But are they taken to Krishna conscious? No, they are not taken to Krishna conscious. Why? When they were doing their activities, they didn't do it in a proper way in relation to Krishna. That is also very important. And we clean our heart, make it pure, then only it is possible to take to bhakti. Of course, they need association of devotee also, but otherwise they cannot take to. Now association of devotees is available everywhere because everybody has mobile in their hand, YouTube is there. You can have association of devotees wherever you are. So that facility is there in Kali Yuga. Love Matra Satsanga, you can get more than that. But point is, it is not possible for them to change. My dear Lord, the impersonal Brahman spread everywhere like the sunshine or the sky. And that impersonal Brahman which spreads throughout the universe and in which the entire universe is manifest is you. So Lord Shiva is trying to explain this point in different ways. Maya tadamidam sarvam jagatavyaktamurtina matsthani sarvabhutani nachaham teshavastitah. So this is what Prabhupada is trying to explain here. And he says, my dear Lord, you have manifold energies, and these energies are manifested in manifold forms. With such energies, you have also created this cosmic manifestation. And although you maintain it as if it were permanent, you ultimately annihilate it. Although you are never disturbed by such changes and alterations, the living entity are disturbed by them, and therefore they find the cosmic manifestation to be different or separate from you, my Lord. You are always independent, and I can clearly see that fact. So it does not matter only for Lord making creation. What happens? He will make it. He will again create it because he's completely detached. For us, we seriously identify with the creation. We don't see the Lord behind it. That's why we get affected. That's what Lord Shiva is telling. So, although you are never disturbed by such active changes or alteration, the living entity are disturbed by them, and therefore they find the cosmic manifestation to be different or separate from you. That is why they are so much bewildered by what is happening here. They are not able to see something behind it. Like we give the example, like Prabhupada gives actually. Like there is a uh, cat or some small kitten. You tie a stick and put some cloth to it and try to show to the kitten and trying to push here and there. And the kitten is looking at the stick and the cloth. It is so much bewildered by it. It is not able to see the person who is holding it and the big person behind it who is moving it. It is only trying to protect itself from. Means he's so much bewildered by in front of the stick moving here there the cloth tied that it is not seeing that the person is operating that. It is bewildered by it. Similarly, this Lord's alterations and changes in this creation are so much bewildering us. And Lord is only creating, He's only changing everything, all the karma, everything. He's Upadana Kana, Nimitta Karana, and all. They're so much bewildering that we are not able to see the Lord who is behind it. So, this is like sometime to distract children, no? Mothers, they do some tricks. They may like yesterday, my nephew, he was very crying for something. My sister-in-law suddenly she said, "Oh, what happened to your cloth? It is so dirty. You spoiled it. It will not get cleaned. This that." And immediately started focusing on the cloth. I know. Behind also it became dirty. Here also it became dirty. He was crying for something else. He wanted to watch TV, and she started distracting him, and he got distracted also. So that is actually the method. Every living entity is distracted in this world. Krishna shows something, and Maya is so intelligent. She can also show something. So here, this is very important for us because we are so much caught up. We are not able to see the Lord behind. That's the reason it is. Therefore, they find the cosmic manifestation to be different or separate from you. You are also independent. I can clearly see that fact. So Lord just he's not bothered what is happening here. So Lord Shiva is trying to help all of us understand these things very clearly. That just don't be bewildered. That's why uh, he says Kriya Kalpair Idam Ye Yogai Shraddhanvitai Sadhu Yajanti Siddhaye Bhutendriyanta Karunopalakshitam Vede cha Tantre cha Tat Eva Kovida. My dear Lord, the universal form consists of all five elements senses, intelligence, false ego, and the Paramatma, your partial expansions, who is the director of everything. Yogis, other than the devotees, namely karmis and yogis, jnana yogis, worship you by their respective actions in their respective position. It is stated both in the Vedas and in the Shastras that the corollaries of Vedas, and indeed everywhere, it is only you who are to be worshipped. That is the expert version of all Vedas, Kovida. And important is that Paramatma and Bhagwan feature, very important difference is Paramatma is neutral feature, Bhagavan is not neutral feature. That's why Paramatma in our heart of all living entities, when the living entities are suffering, they are undergoing so much pain, Paramatma remains neutral. He don't do anything. He is just observing. Upadrishta Hanumanta. He sanctions according to our desires. When Bhagavan comes, he shows compassion to the living entities and he delivers them. Paramatma only just Upadrishta Hanumanta. That feature of Lord is like a judge only. He is saying, oh, you are suffering? Yeah, your karma, you have to take it. What can I do? So that is main difference. So we are interested in Bhagavan feature, not the Paramatma feature. So okay, we will continue tomorrow. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna.